how to register a sole proprietorship. Let's get started. Sole proprietorship is one of the easiest businesses to form, one of the easiest structures to form. I'm using Florida as an example. You do not need to register your business in Florida. Register it anywhere in the great United States that you desire. I chose Florida because my businesses have been registered in the state of Florida for well over 10 years. With this business structure, there's no distinction between the business and the individual. For more detailed information as far as which type of business structure works the best for you, please seek legal counsel. I personally like LLCs and S-Corps, but sometimes you got to do what works best, and maybe you're in a situation where you just need something fast, and this is it. Let's begin. In the great state of Florida, this is what they require right here off of their website. And you know it is a state website because you see .gov. That's very important. There are a lot of websites out there that pretend to be state websites. You do not need to go to those, only if you desire. You just go here if you want. What's important is you're going to need a physical address. In order to receive government contracts as a prime, meaning you hold the contract, you must have a physical address. So it states here that for sole proprietorships, when not operating under the owner's legal name, you must register a fictitious name. So for instance, if I decide I want to use my name, Kizzie Marie Parks, Kizzie M. Parks, by all means, that's what I would register. But when you think about it, I mean, yeah, that's easy, but it doesn't really give you a lot of growth. And you're here because you want to register a business and grow your business, even if you're wanting to make $500 a month or $50,000 a month. So perhaps you're looking to have a name that's bigger than you, that tells a prospect it's more than just Kizzie M. Parks, right? It's more than just you. So in the great state of Florida, you must register a fictitious name. What does that mean? It just means a doing business as name. That's all it means. So let's get through that and let's take a look at that. One thing you want to do is come up with some names. So for the sake of this video, I love saying everything is possible. I say it all the time at the end of my videos, and I'm actually going to form a business as if everything is possible worldwide. But I'm going to list it as EIP worldwide for the sake of this, list it as a fictitious name instead of having Kizzie M. Parks as my sole proprietorship for the sake of this video. By Googling, I get to see, is anyone else using this name? This is the very first thing you should do. Even if you decide, you know what, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to use my name. Please look up your name. You never know who has a similar name. Please look it up. So far, yeah, there's EIP lawyers, but EIP worldwide, okay? Not really anything here. Let's go to page 10. Most people don't go past page 1. Don't really see anything. Let's go a step further. Pretty much every state provides what I'm going over. Now I'm going to see, are there any companies, regardless of their structure, LLC, sole proprietorship, who have a similar name in the great state of Florida? You see, I put it as one word. You could do it 2 words. You know, it's whatever works for you, okay? So when I search here, I don't see anything. Nothing stands out. Let's try separating it. And the reason that we're doing this is of recent, I have had multiple business owners contact me saying the following. Kizzie, Dr. Parks, I registered a business. Now I have to change it because the state didn't approve my name because somebody else has a similar name. You can bypass all of that by following the steps that I'm covering. This is very important. The last thing you want to do is add artificial hurdles, because all it does is adds to your mindset. I should even do this. Why am I doing this? Look how hard this is. And these are just excuses. It's just noise. That's all it is. It's just noise. So just let it go and let's continue on. There is nothing there that raised any flags. So in the state of Florida, they have a couple of options. You can register online or you can print and mail it in. Hey, this is perfect. There are those of you out there, maybe you want to mail it in. That's great. There are those of you that you want to do it online. That's great too. You have options. Is there a fee? Yes, there is a fee. There's a fee for this. Whether you do it yourself through your state, whether you use a company like LegalZoom, there is a fee. You also need a physical address. You need one. Your apartment, your home, a townhouse, a trailer, you need a physical address, an office, because the federal government requires it. Now, there is something that we're offering with our group and one-on-one coaching, and that is an address that you can use for free. Other than that, cannot use a registered agent's address or anything of that nature or some weird virtual address. Yes, they will help you get your business registered, but you will not pass the following steps in order to get a government contract, y'all, as a prime. And I'm here to save you headaches. That's why I'm here. I'm here to make your path easier. I don't want to get another email. Hey, Kizzy, I registered a business. I don't have a physical address. I can't get a cage code. Hey, Kizzy, I registered a business. They said that there's another company with the same name. I can't move forward in my state. So we want to take care of that. I want to show you all the form so we're all well aware of, well, what are they asking for? What is the fictitious name? EIP Worldwide. And if you want to, you could do 2 W's. However you type this, that is how you must type it going forward. Please keep this in mind. Please keep this in mind. Because when I first registered my S-Corp, that's the name. And so you always have to include the period. So just keep this in mind, okay? However you type it, that's how you must always type it, okay? They're asking for your mailing address. That's okay. You can have a different mailing address. You just have to make sure you have a physical address at a point in time, which is now under number 3. So number 2, mailing address. You're going to put your address here, Florida County of Principal Place of Business. For us, it's Brevard. Now, you're going to include the owners. You put the owners here. You list first name, last name, middle initial. You list the address. You list everything that's here. If there are multiple owners, by all means, list it there. An FEI is basically like a tax ID, okay? That's what that is. It's like a tax ID. You may probably haven't applied for it now yet. So just put not applicable. You want to put your phone number, you're going to need to sign it, you're going to need to date it, and you're going to need to put an email address. What's really important in this space is to have email, phone that you actually check. It may seem intuitive that you would do this, but for some people, they don't. Please, whatever email address you put here, make sure you check it at least daily, or you have it connected to your phone. Please make sure it is a professional address. It cannot be sexy red at. It can't be like BBL at. It can't be redneck 60 at. Please have a professional email. And I also suggest that it's personalized. It could be your first name, Juanita at Gmail. It could be your initials, KZ at Gmail. Just make sure you're checking the email, it's professional, and the same thing with your phone number, that you are checking to see who calls. Also, you need to complete this section here, $10 or a whopping, or $30 for certified. The processing fee is $50. That's less than most tennis shoes. It's less than, I think, a carton of cigarettes in some states. And you have detailed information that's here. Remember, this form is if you are to mail it in. But for the purpose of the video, I want everyone to see how simple this is. It's basic information that they are asking for. One other thing I want to add, you may wonder, well, how long does it take for them to process this? If online, you just click there and they're sharing how long it typically takes. All of this information is here. Every state varies, but at the end of the day, small businesses fuel the economy in the United States. The majority of businesses in the greatest country ever, the United States, are small businesses. So they want to help you move forward, add to the economy. Most small businesses have this many people connected to their company. Just one. This is amazing. And by mail, you see the processing information there. You simply click e-file now. They share what you need to do. They're letting you know we're using a third party, and they're giving you the DBA, because more than likely when you go to pay, maybe it shows up as Tyler Payment Services and people are like, who the heck is Tyler? Why is he taking my money? Well, clearly Tyler's not taking your money. You are investing in yourself, and you should be very proud of that. You are investing in yourself by registering your business. So they're sharing what you need to do. And in the great state of Florida, yes, you're going to have an ad placed. There are all these things that you have to do. And I get it. It's a little peculiar, but at the end of the day, it's very simple. How do I know? Because I have multiple businesses registered. You can look my name up on Sunbiz, Kizzy Parks. You can see all my companies, not hiding anything. It's not hard to find me. So they also go so far to share which browsers are supported. Keep this in mind. If you are not using one of these browsers, please use one of these browsers. If there are those of you who live outside of the United States, you may need to use a VPN. I personally like NordVPN. I am not sponsored by any of these people. I'm just sharing what I do because I live full-time in Mexico. Right now, I'm coming to you live from my home here in Miami Beach, and this is where I vote. Also, they're letting you know that a fictitious name is also known as a doing business as. What's beautiful about that, even as a sole proprietor, and you know, hey, I'm a sole proprietorship, one and the same, you come across as bigger than, and that's what's beautiful. And you can also have multiple fictitious names if you want, right? You could have JC Contracting Solutions. Use your initials. KMP Contracts Now, KMP Government Solutions, KMP Government Services, KMP Federal, right? You understand what I'm getting at. I don't think there's a limit on the number of fictitious names that you can get, at least in Florida. You definitely may want to look into it, but sometimes it may be of help, sometimes it may not. I know you're already wondering, well, what kind of name do I need to have in order for the government to do business with me? Just a name. I promise you. There are so many people who contact me and are like, Kizzy, I want a contract. Many I've interviewed, and they may have a name that's specific to rental, housing, and they won a $7 million contract for uniform. It's amazing out there. So they're letting you know about payment. You can search the records, how you get proof. All of this is really important because when you go to register on sam.gov, like Uncle Sam, and it's free to register, sam.gov, okay? When you go to register there, this site is free. They may ask you for additional documents. So you want to make sure when you register your business that you have the different proof. You have all of this. They're also letting you know that in the great state of Florida, how long is the name valid for? 5 years. That's a really long time. That's amazing. 5 years, y'all. 5 years. And you can update your name if you want. They have all kinds of detailed information here. Do you have to live in the state of Florida to do this? No, you don't at all. I just happened to live here. I went to graduate school here. I got my first subcontract at Patrick Space Force. At the time, it was Patrick Air Force Base, and I love Florida. That's why I'm here. So they're providing greater detail. Hey, this is what I got to do. This is how I began. And you see, it's the same information as we saw on the PDF. You simply type it all in here, type in all that information. And remember, you're probably not going to have your tax ID yet. And what's beautiful is technically as a sole, I don't think you need to get a tax ID. It was encouraged, I know many years ago, because when I first started in '07, I registered as a sole proprietorship and used my apartment in Melbourne, Florida. And it was really common to use a social security number, but due to increased fraud, and also I wanted to be seen bigger at that time, I requested a tax ID number from the IRS, and I eventually created KPC in '08 that May and incorporated and formed an S Corp. So I share all of this so you know you have options. This is one of the fastest, least expensive methods to quickly form a business. You put all of that information in there, you click continue, it's going to progress you through the process. So to recap, make sure you Google the name. Check out if the fictitious name is out there. Think big. Mindset is key. Everything is around mindset. Everything, y'all, is around mindset. Have a physical address. Make sure you get one because you do not want to face any unnecessary pitfalls. Next, once you get the business registered, you're also going to need a tax ID from the IRS. That's really simple. You can quickly go in there, irs.gov. You will at some point in time need a business bank account. This is a bonus that I'm sharing with you. You need a tax ID and you need to be registered with your state because the bank will look you up. They're not just going to simply go by, oh, well, I have a business. Yes, you're amazing. We know that. And you're beautiful. And I love you all so much. But they're going to do their due diligence. And when you get to the point of registering on sam.gov, they will ask you for your banking information. It's okay if you don't have a business bank account, you can put in your personal, but at some point in time, you're going to need to put in your business account. Even if it's a sole proprietorship, partnership, LLC, S Corp, C Corp, it doesn't matter the business structure. You just want a separate entity to have your business income coming in. Trust me, you will thank me later, okay? Often you can open a business bank account, $50, $20, $100, $1,000. Every bank is different. I personally like Bank of America. We also have accounts at PNC. I like Bank of America. You have to go and do what works for you. What's important is that it's a bank near you and someplace you can physically go to so you can form a relationship. But before you can do any of this, before you can even go into sam.gov, you must have a legal business structure. So for all of you out there that want a sole proprietorship, these are the steps. Don't forget, winnerswaybook.com, winnerswaybook.com. Check out proposal.wins.com. Every single thing you need from A to Z to write a proposal for the federal government. I love and adore you all. We have a silver play button. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful to each and every one of you. That's why we have over 100,000 subscribers. That's why this is the #1 channel for government contracting, for business, for motivation. Y'all know everything is possible. So proud of you. So proud of each and every one of you, and I love you so much. Until next time, everything is possible. Take care, y'all. Bye.